Hey everyone, and welcome back to Esther ST. I hope that you're doing very well. I want to also take this opportunity to say Happy New Year in advance. And I'm really believing that your 2024 is going to be your greatest year yet. Be expectant for what is to come in the new year and enjoy every single moment of it. As we know, we are in the last few days of December, and one of my favorite months is actually December because it is indeed the month of reflection and gratitude. But today's theme is about prioritizing your time by looking after yourself. Time is an expensive asset, as well as looking after yourself. And when it comes to the season of reflection, as we look back over this year from January to December, we can say that we have, to an extent, looked after ourselves by prioritizing our time. Some people, time may not have been on their side. Some people, they may have had too much time on their hands, but they didn't utilize it well. And other people, they may have been able to balance their time by looking after themselves. But regardless of the season that you are in, the most important thing to do at this time is to reflect. Look back over your life. Examine every single month in this year. What went well? What didn't go well? What areas in your life did you misuse your time? Could that be scrolling aimlessly on social media without any motive? Could that be attending every single networking event, expecting to meet people, but coming back feeling drained and tired? Could that be not giving yourself to your friends, your family, your husband, your wife, because your mind is on other things? Could it even be not having quiet time with yourself and God so that He can speak to you for the upcoming year? All these things are so important to your well-being and your growth. Through it all, you are able to move forward from those delays. At times, it might be things that are going through your mind that could be stopping you from moving forwards, or it could be stopping you from thinking that you're losing time. But because you're here, you are alive and well. Your life is doing what it needs to do. I say this in quite a lot of my videos, and I've noticed this quite recently as well, that when you are in a season of silence, lean into that silence. Don't make it busy. Don't bother people. There is a reason why you are in that silent season. And a silent season does not necessarily mean that you are defeated, or you don't have purpose, or you don't know where your life is going. I always believe that silence is preparing you for the next level, is directing you to where you need to be. Because now you are still, God can speak. But if you're speaking all the time, how can you hear what God is saying? And this is why I speak about prioritizing your time. And not just your time with work or business or family or friends, but above all with God. Because no matter how successful you want your 2024 to be, you need the hand of God over your life. You cannot go into 2024 in your own strength, because you will have the same year and expect a different change. If your season is quiet, or when your season becomes quiet, don't disturb it. It needs time to be still. And in this season of December, in these last few days, we have to learn how to be still, how to not be so busy. We don't need everyone to see what we are doing. You need to focus on what God has called you to do and do it well. It is your fruit. In other words, it is the result or the outcome that will speak on your behalf. Now, if you are in a busy season, a productive season, then of course, lean into that as well. When you need to work, work. You know you've got a lot on your plate, but you're procrastinating. That's not good. Because there are people who are praying to be in the position you are in. If you have a speaking engagement and you don't prepare yourself, you might miss out on another opportunity to be chosen. Whereas there are so many people who are looking and seeking an opportunity to speak, and they are fully prepared, but they're not always seen. And one thing that life has taught me is that there are good things out there for us, but if it's given to us at the wrong time, we will not know how to use it well. So learn how to utilize the time that you have. When you know that you're producing results and it's productive and you can see evidence that it's working, continue that momentum. Why? Because you are encouraging someone else to continue the journey of life. There are so many people who are attached to you because they are inspired by you. They ask themselves, how can you be in this season? How can you be going through so much and yet you're still consistent and yet you're still resilient? I've been on YouTube since 2016 and now I've got over 700 subscribers. I'm grateful for the progress. It may not be quick like others, but for the people that I have met throughout this YouTube channel has been amazing. And I cannot compare meeting people face to face or having genuine relationships relative to just having numbers of people who I may not meet. And we know both are important, but the key is to enjoy the journey of your progression and not take shortcuts. Again, what has December taught you? What has this year taught you about yourself? Has this year taught you about setting boundaries with your time, even with people? Has it taught you to step back and have more time for you so that you can step into 2024 with a fresh perspective? Has it taught you not to open doors that God has already closed, enabling you to trust Him on another level? Because we can see something that looks great and we want to emulate that, but in the end, it wasn't your lane in the first place. You deviated and got distracted, and that's not how you should end 2023. Remember, this is a season of reflection. What went well, what didn't go so well, and what could be improved. When seasons are changing, people are changing, your life is changing, learn to adapt to that. Don't fix your time on trying to change things that are past. You can never change the past. You can only embrace your present and be expectant for a beautiful future. So ask yourself in these last few days of December, when am I going to take the time to unwind, to be still, and to enjoy the season that I am in, as I remain thankful for all that I have learned. Whether you've been through a great season, a mediocre season, a hard season, it is all beautiful. And we know that every one of us, if we are honest, has been through seasons of uncertainty, of the unknown, and it's normal. And we have those friends, those sisters, those brothers, our loved ones, who we can confide in when times get tough. I've had friends this year that have been through so much, and I can only sit down and empathize and sympathize with them. But I know that in me, there's so much encouragement to keep them going, because I know how it feels to be overwhelmed. I know how it feels to think that what will tomorrow hold for me, because I don't know what tomorrow will hold for me. You don't even know what tomorrow will hold for you. No matter how much you try to plan your life, God will show you that His way is better. And this is the reason why prioritizing your time and reflecting is so essential to your growth. I listened to a recent video about the word pruning, and it's called Pruning for Progress. And it is a powerful message that I took dearly. I was not expecting to see it, but I took my time to really understand what this woman was talking about. Because it's easy to say you just want the results, but the results will indicate what you had to go through in order to get to that level. You're believing for a promotion at work. You're believing for the business contract. You're believing to get married. But what are you doing right now with yourself? How are you working on your mental well-being? How are you making the most of every moment and every season that life is teaching you? Or are you consistently complaining? I say this, that when you complain, you will remain. If you doubt, you will be without. And it's so important that you remember this. I remember this. We remember this. Because if you had someone in your life that constantly doesn't believe in you and they don't think that you're capable, it will have an impact on you. So how much more your Father when you don't think God's going to come through? Because without faith, we know it is impossible to please him, because he enjoys us believing in him. Just like your girls or your guy friends or your family members or even community, you want them to see the best in you. You want them to see integrity in you. But are you seeing integrity in them? Your life is a reflection of the people that you choose. And in 2024, you need to be so focused that even when doors close, I didn't even say if, when doors close, you will be prepared for the next one that will open for you. I have enjoyed 2023 to a T, because I know how I've had to prepare in previous years for this year. And I know what I need to prepare for next year. And I'm not saying that I have it all together. I'm still seeking God for clarity and direction, and I encourage you to do the same as well in your own way. Let's not get comfortable. There's so much work to be done. And I know 2024, there's going to be plenty testimonies and breakthroughs for all of us. And I want to tell you one last thing. When you see people around you getting their breakthroughs, receiving their answers, do yourself a favor and celebrate them. Because you don't realize that your celebration towards them is God watching you to prepare your own success and celebration. Don't think that your season is taking long. I'm not going to celebrate this person. You don't know what people are going through. You will see people smiling and they carry themselves well, but you don't know what they are facing. And if you are humble enough to ask them and they feel led to tell you, they will share with you what they are going through. And you will see why it's important to encourage people on the journey and to remember that you are not alone. This life that we live in isn't for our gain alone. We are here to help other people. We are here to serve others. And whether you know your purpose or not, you are here to be a blessing onto someone else. Whether it be through your YouTube videos, whether it be through your business, your place of work, your marriage, your children, you are a blessing onto so many people. So let this video encourage you. May you be inspired by learning how to prioritize your time, whether that is taking time off social media, whether that is being by yourself and just resting in the solitude and in the peace of God, whether that's being able to delegate tasks for other people to do and not feeling the need to do it on your own. Because at times, we might feel hesitant to release what we are so good at for fear of someone else doing it wrong. But then that's where trust comes in. So don't underestimate the people who are in your life, because you don't know who you need. 2024 will show you people that you thought you didn't need. It will humble you and make you realize that your destiny, your purpose, your answer could be in someone you may have underestimated in the past. You just never know. And therefore, it's good to have an open heart towards people. In wisdom, of course. But again, prioritizing your time, knowing when to speak, knowing when not to speak. Knowing when to be around people, knowing when to enjoy your own company. So I'm really hoping that this video has encouraged you, and I want you to share it with someone right now who needs to hear this video to boost their faith and to let them know that 2024 is the year for more. When you know you've had a good year and things have been going well for you, the best thing that you could do is share it with other people who need to know that it is not the end. I want to wish you a very prosperous and wealthy 2024. And we will see in the next video in the new year. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.